Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain speaking. Buckle up, get ready for takeoff. Today, we're going to be flying into the territory of inflation. And that is our destination for today. The article comes from KY3 News, which got its source from CNN, the Communist News Network. You know, CNN, the Communist Network. So we don't know how reliable this is or how out of touch this is. But here's the headline of the article that we're gonna discuss this today. We're gonna talk about this today. It says more families making over $150,000 a year are living paycheck to paycheck. How is that possible? I'm thinking maybe it's because they got used to a certain lifestyle. They're living paycheck to paycheck, locked in these mortgage payments, car payments, boat payments. A boat you don't need, like Dave Ramsey would say. Do you really need that boat? I'm going to have that boat. You know, my late wife and I thought about getting a boat. But we looked at all the options. And I had to ask myself before buying a boat, because we didn't buy a boat. We asked a lot of questions before buying a boat. Like, how often are we really going to use this boat? A couple of times a year if we go to the lake. I have to hook it up to the back of my pickup. I have to drive it all the way down to the lake. I have to take it off the trailer and then load it back up on the trailer when I'm done. It's a pain in the ass just to get back and forth with it. And you're towing it on your trailer. You're hooking the trailer up to your truck, right? It's like it's a royal pain. Not to get off on a tangent here, the article was families making $150,000 a year living paycheck to paycheck. But my wife and I weighed the options and we go, no, it's not worth it. It's a royal pain in the butt. Hauling that thing back and forth. No, I'm not going to do that. So what was the option? Well, most lakes have boats you can rent. You can rent a boat. It's already there. You don't have to haul it on the back of your truck. The boat's already there. You go rent one. You can go online and do that in advance. Not only can you rent the boat, but you can rent the skipper. You don't even have to drive the boat. You can rent a skipper too. Go online, have a boat ready for you at the dock upon your arrival, and a skipper. So you can lay back, do your fishing, enjoy yourself, have a couple of beers, and let someone else do the driving. Yeah. How do you like that? Let someone else do the driving. You got a skipper. If you're calling in ahead of time, you go online, book it. It's ready for you upon arrival. You bought it, paid for it, booked. You get there, it's ready to go. The skipper is ready to go. The boat's ready to go. And get on board and go. So convenient. That's the option we chose. We don't have to haul anything. Yeah, it's just better. Just go online and book it. It's ready at the dock. Just rent it. Even a yacht, even a nice boat, a nicer one. Whatever kind of boat you want. Rent it. And rent the skipper. Let someone else do the driving. How beautiful is that? Well, we need to go back on the topic. I'm sorry I went off on a tangent here. I was just enjoying myself. Because we were talking about families living paycheck to paycheck, and I was going off on, well, maybe they bought a boat. They bought cars. They're locked into a mortgage. They're college tuition for their kids. They're probably helping their kids pay for college. We're talking the upper class families, right? So is it possible for them to live paycheck to paycheck? Yeah, absolutely. They can get used to a certain lifestyle. They have to make those college payments, mortgage payments, car payments. Yeah, they can get locked in just like a poor family can. Absolutely, they can. Let's see. That's what CNN has to say. The Communist News Network. And we're going to go back to Fake Book because this is an article by KY3 which pulled it from CNN. So CNN is the source, but we're going to read people's comments on this. So we're going to be responding to the comments that people are leaving. And like I said, thank you for supporting this channel. I'm the most unprofessional YouTuber on YouTube. There's no teleprompter, no script. Beyond reading people's comments, there's no script. You may think, Jeremiah doesn't know what the hell he's doing. There's no flash, no fancy pictures. Nah, it's just you and me having a conversation. And I want you to engage. Comment. So let's read the article. From the Communist News Network. More high-earning households are living paycheck to paycheck. We just said that. Bank of America released, so they got their source from Bank of America. Now we're getting down to who is the source. Released a report that says about a fifth of U.S. households that earn more than $150,000 a year are in that situation. Well, yeah, I can see that. I really can. The bank says inflation, pricey mortgages, and big utility bills are stretching family budgets thin, even for high earners. Yeah, I can see that. You think it doesn't affect high earners? It does. They just have more bills with more zeros behind it. The same problems you do. You may think, well, they got more money. How can that be? Well, we're gonna talk about that. The analysis says some households might find relief as the inflation rate drops and kids age out of child care. Well, no, they don't age out of child care. Your kids are always going to cost you money. So, because you're always buying food, clothes, college education. So let's read the comments from KY3. We want to respond to the comments on this because here's what I put. I said most families don't even make 100K, let alone 150K. Most might average about 80K at best. They might make 100K if they both work two jobs. Sorry if I'm stuttering. I've got a disability, and it kind of it catches up with me. Sorry, it's doing this on the air. It's true. This is this comment that I made on it. That most families don't even make 100K. But how can a family make 150K be in a trap than a family making 50K a year? Same trap. Families making 35 to 50K a year say, well, these people make more money. How can they be having problems? Well, they have more bills with more zeros. Yeah, they have a nicer car than you do, but they have a car payment, insurance payment, mortgage payments on their house. Their house needs repairs just like your house does. Just that they may have more bills. They may be paying for their child's college too. So you got that student loan debt that mom and dad are paying for. So they may have expenses you haven't thought of, and as far as people that are poor are saying, how can this be? Well, I know people that are in that bracket, and they look at some of the poor people and they're going, well, everybody can cut their expenses, no matter how rich or how poor. And this is my opinion of it. It doesn't matter whether you're making $30K or $150K a year. You're spending money on things that maybe you can cut back on if you really wanted to. I'll give you an example. When I used to work at George's in Springfield, Missouri, right? And what I saw changed my life. It changed my perception of things. We had this girl come in. She had a little girl with her. She used to work at George's too. A former employee come in, and she sat at the counter, and she had a little girl with her. And so she started buying these scratch-off tickets. Now, kid you not, true story. This actually happened. I watched it, and my jaw dropped. What I saw and what I heard. So she's sitting there scratching her scratcher tickets, right? Now, this pertains to the story we're covering. So right now I'm talking about the extreme of this girl's living in poverty. She's living paycheck to paycheck, hand to mouth, literally. Just trying to get you to see something here. So here she is, scratching these scratch-off tickets. Now she's got a whole pile of scratcher tickets. Probably, let's say, $30 worth. Easily $30 worth of scratchers right there in front of her. Do you know what she said? After she scratched it off, she's got a pile of scratcher tickets. Well, I don't have any money for groceries. And my food stamp card doesn't get loaded till tomorrow. She got a little girl next to her. And that's what she said. That grocery money, that $30 she spent on scratcher tickets could have bought her groceries to feed her little girl. Do you see where I'm coming from on this? So before you go, families make 150K, how can that be? I could say the same thing about people making under 30K. How can that be? When I watch them spend money on things, she spent her grocery money on lottery tickets. Yeah, I watched it happen. And then she said, I don't have money for groceries. Yeah, I kid you not. And it forever changed my perception of things. I see people waste money on stupid shit every day. I don't have money to do the things I want to do. But you'll spend $10 a day buying your lattes. That's $300 a month. You'll spend $10 a day on your Monster energy drinks. That's $300 a month. That's a bill. That's a utility bill. That's a new outfit you could buy. You can get your hair done. Or a designer outfit. I mean, if you're spending $300 a month on energy drinks or lattes and frappes, not including just going through the drive-through window every day, when you can cook at home a lot cheaper. So there's people out there spending money on stuff that, according to Dave Ramsey, you can cut back on. Because it adds up. You may not think it, but it does. So how can you be living paycheck to paycheck? How can families make enough? Well, because they have more bills than you do. They have expenses just like you. You just maybe not see it that way. But let's read people's comments. I need you to comment below. What do you think? Families living paycheck to paycheck, even if you're making $150K a year or more, and there are families making that much. They're probably doctors, lawyers, engineers, the people with the living wage jobs, people with skill sets. Yeah. This person says it's ridiculous. This person says, my finance teacher told me to always budget for a minimum wage job and save the rest. Besides giving me a cushion in hard times, I could always walk away from a job without hesitation. Served me well. It's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. How much of your paycheck are you keeping? How much of it could you save? Are you going through the drive-thru every day? Are you spending money on lottery tickets, cigarettes, vaping, alcohol, drugs? Are there places that you can cut back on? I'm not saying do away with your lattes completely. Maybe do it once a week as a treat. I cut back. I'm going to treat myself to a latte today. Or a mocha frappe. Whatever these fancy drinks that we have today. Yeah. So, let's read another comment. This person says, we aren't close to that salary. I ain't close to that salary either. I'm way below that. But failed to see the economic turn in enough time to change our budget. Once we were behind, it was too late. So what she's saying is once you get behind, it's hard to catch up because things that kind of like the banks that charge overdraft fees. That's another story in and of itself. I know people that are in that situation. Once you're behind, you get all these overdraft fees. Comment below about overdraft fees. What's your take on it? Once you're behind, it really is hard to catch up because you're punished for being behind. Finance charges, overdraft, all these things added together. And it keeps you behind. Kind of like these payday loans. You take out one payday loan to pay off another payday loan. It's really amazing to me. Once we were behind, it was too late. We don't have an expensive house. We drive old cars, only one car payment. We aren't taking on new debts, but we are struggling. Point is, they may have committed to an affordable lifestyle before the cost of things doubled in the last few years. Just saying. Okay, she's saying what I said early on in the video. Is that, yeah, they have house payments, car payments, just like you and I. But they got into that trap. Something may have happened. One of them got laid off, cut back. Inflation happens to them too. And now here they are stuck with these Mercedes, with a fancy car payment and insurance payment. Insurance has doubled. Utility bills have shot way up. So now they're living paycheck to paycheck, just like the poorer people are. They have the same bills as everybody else, but they just have more zeros attached to it. Because that's a nicer car. With nicer insurance, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But they're in the same trap as the poor guy. Let's say this person says, in the last 3 years, my income has more than doubled, but no new debt. That's good. Your income is more than doubled. That's amazing. That's awesome. I'm glad for you. It is much harder to make ends meet now than 3 years ago. The cost of living, gas, groceries, car insurance is eating us alive. But your income is more than doubled, so you should be ahead of the inflation, even with the inflation we have. You should be ahead of it. Really. I'm thinking this person bought a boat. They bought stuff because they're making more money, and they created more bills. They bought more stuff on credit. I think, like for me, if this YouTube channel picks up and I get monetized, I can start doing super chats, channel membership, merch store. Uh, all those doors open up for me. Here's the thing. I'm 57. I'm debt free now. I intend to stay debt free. The big expense I might spend money on is a new car. Well, new to me, but not a new car. A good late model, or I'll just drop a motor in the one I've got now, spend $1,000 on that versus $20,000 on a used car. 1,000, 20,000, 1,000 debt free, bought, paid for. My car would go another 50, 60,000 miles versus this over here. Even if I, through the YouTube channel, even if I pay cash because of it, it's still got insurance on that car and maintenance. But I don't know. I'll probably do it because I can. If I make enough money on this platform, yeah. 20,000 for a good used car is not unrealistic. But it's not going to put me deep in debt. That's what I'm saying. I intend to keep my life, keep it simple, keep it simple, keep it simple. The only way it could be complicated is if I fell in love and got married again. And if she's a single mom, now I got a couple of kids to feed, that changes everything. It does. It changes everything. We aren't close to that salary. View 5 replies. It's here. The person that said that we aren't close to that salary, but once they were behind, they kind of stay behind. So, got 118 likes on that. This person says, can relate. Exactly. Yes. Yep. And an unexpected job loss out of your control, it can become a matter of what do we have to pay right now so our family can survive. Yeah, an unexpected job loss. This happens all the time. Okay, this person says, I don't come close to even half that income, and we're struggling badly. Fortunately, my house and vehicle are paid off. I'm debt free, but I struggle like everybody else. I have got a windshield that's now cracked. I got to replace it. The other day, the crack spreads. I'm going, okay, I'm going to put this on the top of my list somewhere. It's not. I mean, I got the money. I can go to Springfield and replace it, and be done with it. I got a guy that used to come into George's, and that's what he does. And I know he'll give me a good deal on it, and maybe $300. I got that in my emergency fund right now. Covered, done. It's like, but I'm trying to save money to build a new broadcast studio. And that's funny because when you make a little bit of money, some of my money comes off Spotify. And I'm doing better on there than I am on YouTube. Who knew? I have a big fan base in Germany. I don't know why. I'm half Native American. I'm only half German. But my audience in Germany doesn't know that I'm half German. They have, because I don't, except for just now, I never advertise that. Because my Native American hair is showing through the hair and the eyes, the cheekbones, the nose. And that's showing more. If you look at my sister, we look alike. Fortunately, my house and vehicle are paid off, but groceries and other living expenses are more than we can keep up with. Sorry if I'm stuttering. Like I said, I have a disability, and it causes me to stutter, but I don't let that stop me. The show must go on. Oh, there's another one here. Oh my gosh. Oh, these comments are beautiful. And comment below what's going on with you. This is about a families living paycheck to paycheck. Are there I'm sorry if I'm starting. I'm sorry if I sound like Dave Ramsey. Are there things in your budget you can cut back on? And I go to Marshfield every day, right? I go to work. I see the lines at McDonald's. I see the cars that people are driving. And I'm going, yeah, we can cook at home. Absolutely. We can cut back on these drive-thrus. There's probably things in your budget you can cut back on. If you wanted to. Everybody's got junk in their budget that doesn't need to be there. Everybody does. I probably do too. I can cut back on a few things if I had to. We all have stuff in our budget that we can cut back on. Everybody does. Don't tell me you don't. We all do. This person says it's all about priorities. I'm so glad I put my money in a farm and use trucks that make me money. Farming is hard. That's hard work. Rather than a big fancy house and shiny new cars that only cost more money. Yeah, I don't have a shiny car. I have an old rust bucket. I kid you not. I drive a Jeep Cherokee. It's bought and paid for. This person says, definitely sounds like they are living beyond their means, and I don't feel sorry for people like that at all. I think that's most Americans are living beyond their means. Dave Ramsey exists for a reason. It's because people are living beyond their means. There's another guy on YouTube that he helps people budget their money. They come in and he sits across, I think his name is Caleb. Am I right? And he goes, oh. And he's doing a one-on-one, like a podcast. They go over their expenses. He asks them questions. And a lot of that is, some of that has got to be exaggerated. But there are people living beyond their means. I think that's most Americans. We want to point fingers and say, look, you're living beyond your means. I think that's most of us, including me. I mean, I don't have debts, but I'm sure there's things that I don't need to spend money on. I waste money just like everybody else. I'm guilty. I go to McDonald's every once in a while for breakfast. Yeah, breakfast at McDonald's. Absolutely. That's $10. Think I haven't had a frappe or two at McDonald's a couple times a week? Yeah. I can afford it. I'm debt free. I don't mind doing it. But I'm just saying, even when I go grocery shopping at Walmart, there's crap. I buy crap. I admit it. I'm not in denial of it. We all buy crap we don't need. This guy right here, the man in the mirror right here. I do buy crap I don't need. Like my delicious fudge brownies. I love those fudge brownies. Now I'm addicted to the pumpkin pie. I love my pumpkin pie. I'll go buy a big for $8. Pumpkin pie. Yeah. Do I need pumpkin pie? No, I just want it. I'm just saying, I have expenses too. I spend money on stuff, on stupid stuff, just like everybody else. Okay, let's go back to the article. This guy's leaving a comment. He says, definitely sounds like they are living beyond their means, and I don't feel sorry for people like that at all. This dude's probably living beyond his means too. It's amazing how we like to judge others. I'm sitting here admitting my own faults. I'm just as guilty as everybody else. They're making plenty of money to get by comfortably. All you have to do is get a little smaller house, cheaper car, just spend smarter and stop complaining. I have 7 kids at home. Oh, 7 kids. But you chose to have those kids. Same scenario, see? He's got 7 kids. He chose to have 7 kids. Each kid is an expense. A big one. And we make a quarter of that and live paycheck to paycheck and make paycheck, but make it okay and don't complain. We don't want to hear you complain and whine about it. Okay, he's got 7 kids, but he's not complaining. Good, he's not complaining about it. He admits he's living paycheck to paycheck, but he's not complaining. But he chose to have 7 kids. I'm sure they're a blessing. Children are a blessing, don't get me wrong. But children are an expense. So if you choose to have kids, you're choosing to go into debt. I get it. Kids are adorable. They're a blessing. They're a gift from God. I get that. But you want to make sure you can afford to raise these kids. Okay, this guy's got a long comment. So apparently he's got something he wants to say. So, okay, Dan. This guy's name is. I'm not giving out his last name because I want to keep everybody private and I don't want to dox anybody. But anyway, he said, now this article comes from KY3, which got it from CNN, which got it from Bank of America. So it's the real source of this information is Bank of America. But these comments are coming off the KY3's post. That's where these comments are coming from. Okay, let's see if I can get through this without stuttering. Some of y'all laughing have never had and lost. Going backwards is harder than ever. Going backwards is harder than never having. So I'll pray for y'all to quit being so judgmental. Good. Keep praying so we're not being judgmental. This is real. Point is, they shouldn't have had to. Point is, they shouldn't have had to. Oh man, my mental disability is really getting to me. Point is, they shouldn't have had to ever gone way below their means to survive on such an income. Point is, they should have never had to go way below. So quit saying they should have lived below their means. Look at the bigger picture. We aren't just hurting with grocery prices. Mortgage and home insurance companies are going into liquidation faster than they ever have done in America. This hurts owners and changed everything with what they were paying. Research more before laughing at people struggling when making good money. It happens, rags to riches, riches to rags. It's real. I hope you all got all of that. Okay. We aren't just hurting with grocery prices, mortgage, and home insurance. And home insurance, we aren't just hurting with grocery prices. Mortgage and home insurance companies are going into liquidation faster than they ever have done in America. Okay, this is hurting everybody across the board, is what he's saying. I'm sorry I had to read it again because my disability kind of gets in the way a little bit. Um, this person says, I wish I made that much. That's more than me and my husband together make. Wow. That's called budgeting and not living above your means, people. Again, I think most of us are living above our means on some level. You're spending money you shouldn't have. I know a lot of people that live beyond their means. They are spending money on things they shouldn't spend money on. They get caught in this trap, kind of like when you're poor. There's things that happen to poor people that keep them poor. It's like it's a conspiracy, whether it's payday loans or where they get their cars. My friend Sandra got a car, right? She paid $6,000, I think, little under $6,000 for her car, brand new. She got a good used car because the one she had, her transmission went out. I'm giving you an example. My family helped her out, and she bought her car the Dave Ramsey way. We showed her how to do it, and the car she had, her transmission went out. She needed another car, so we helped her out. We didn't buy it for her. We just, hey, look, you can do this the Dave. We were teaching the Dave Ramsey way long before her transmission went out. And then when it did happen, she had money in the bank to go get another car without debt. She walked into her car lot and paid $6,000 for a car. That same vehicle at another car lot, that same car, make, model, was another car lot. There's buy here, pay here places, right? She paid $6,000 cash for hers. Here it is. Done deal. Walked out the door. But poor people who don't have those, she didn't have means either. Our family just helped her save money. And then when the time came, she's glad she did, because her transmission went out on her other car and she had to go get another car. She is glad she met me. So what did she get out of the relationship? She got a new car out of the deal. Because we showed her how to do it the German way, the Dave Ramsey way. Save money, put money away. One day you're going to need it. You know what? It paid off. That same car, Byrider had it for $14,000, not including finance charges. $14,000 for the same car she bought for $6,000. That $14,000 was not including finance charges. Buy here, pay here. It's a shame that poor people get caught into this trap of these buy here, pay here places, payday loans. They get caught in this trap, and it keeps them trapped, keeps them impoverished, and they don't know of any other way to live. No one showed them the way. Dave Ramsey tries. I'll try. But they get caught in this trap, and it's hard to get out. Because everywhere they turn, they're being scammed. Rent to own. There's another one. There's a rent to own store here in Marshall. There used to be two of them. Now there's one. Unless the other ones still exist, but they just relocated. Could very well be. But these places exist for a reason. We're almost up to 40 minutes. And I'm stuttering really, really bad. Hopefully the stuttering will pass here. Okay. This person has something to say. Let's see if I can get through this comment without stuttering. All the people saying they are living beyond their means obviously already purchased their home before 2020. If it was after they wouldn't be saying that. Yeah, home prices are through the roof. I mean, housing is not obtainable at all. Who can afford to get a new house? I don't know anybody that can. All the people saying they're living beyond their means obviously already purchased their homes before 2020. Yeah. If it was after, they wouldn't be saying that. Let one whole bi-week. Okay. Let one whole bi-weekly paycheck go to your home and then try to pay everything else and provide food for 3 kids with one paycheck. Food is the only thing on my budget that isn't absolutely necessary to pay. I don't have enough money for food, let alone coats or sports at school or anything else that comes along. Okay, this person's struggling. Now, I managed to read that entire comment without stuttering, thankfully. But what she's saying is, and it's a she, so one paycheck, she gets paid bi-weekly, which is twice a month. So one whole check goes for housing because it's through the roof. Even if she's renting is through the roof, and she's really struggling. This is what I'm saying. She's caught in this trap. Now she's got 3 kids. And try to provide food for 3 kids with one paycheck. Food is the only thing on my budget that isn't absolutely necessary to pay. You have to have food. And the food stamp program is designed to help her pay her grocery bill, but it's not designed to pay the whole grocery bill. That's why there's a standard mean. It's based on income. Basically, the food stamp program is designed to pay a portion of your grocery bill. You pay a portion, they pay a portion. The portion they pay is supposed to offset inflation. Like if her grocery bill is, say, $100 a week, she's got 3 kids, right? Now it's $115 a week. So the food stamp program will come in and help this lady and say, okay, we're going to give you the extra $15 a week. We're going to give you $60 a month in food stamps to offset inflation. You pay a portion, we come in with food stamps, and we're going to offset inflation by giving you that extra $60 a month. That's what the program is designed to do. It was never intended to pay your entire grocery bill. It's called SNAP, which stands for Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Supplemental. By definition, if you look at the definition of it, it's designed to supplement your income. It's designed to supplement your grocery bill. Supplement. What is a supplement? It's designed to assist you. By its very name tells you that. I can go on and on. We're going to do a podcast version because I can go on and on. This is an endless. The comments are endless. I got to end this video. We're going to do a podcast version of this where I can go on for an hour and a half. But you know what people are going to say. You know, and you can pretty well predict it. And people's predicaments, everybody's in a predicament. Everybody. We're all in this together. Everybody's living paycheck to paycheck. You may think this guy over here has more money. Well, he has more money because he works 70 hours a week. Yeah. So that's kind of like working 2 jobs. You may envy that guy because he's got a Corvette or he's got a nicer home, but how many hours a week is he putting into his work? Is he spending quality time with his wife and kids? Probably not. Does he have a work-life balance? Probably not. You may think he does, but he doesn't. If he's putting in 70 hours a week to pay for that lifestyle, let's look at Mark Cuban. Even billionaires put in endless hours. Elon Musk works from the time he gets up to the time he goes to bed. He's working. His phone is going. People wanting to interview him. He's having to travel all the time. That's work. If you think about it, even Elon Musk has to work. Mark Cuban has to work. You may think, well, they're better off. Are they? Are they really that better off? I bet they don't have a work-life balance. I bet they don't. They're constantly working from the moment they wake up. They're busy. Their phone's going off. People want to talk to them. They have. Even Mark Cuban's being interviewed 100 times a day. People are hounding him for interviews to go on podcasts. He's hounded daily. Not included. His wife and kids need him. His family needs him. His basketball team needs him. So, again, I think we're all in this together. I can go on and on with these comments. I just realized we're up to 46 minutes and we're going to have to cut this off. And I want to say thank you for watching this video. This is my second video today. And I'm sorry that I'm stuttering. I do have a disability, and it does interfere. But maybe give my channel its own brand, its own look, its own feel. Oh, look, this guy stutters a lot, and it doesn't hinder me from doing what I love. I love doing this. Where do I get my inspiration? I may make a video about this, why I love to make YouTube videos. What got me started from when I was a kid. We're going to make that a separate video. I may put it on the podcast version. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Just you watching, you're supporting me. Whether you hit the like button or not, just thank you for watching. That's how grateful I am. And I do encourage you to comment below. What's your situation like? You don't have to go into details unless I just want to hear your story. Are you living paycheck to paycheck? I want to hear your story. If it's a good one even. Say, we were living paycheck to paycheck. This is what we did differently. We changed our lives when we did this. So I want to hear those stories too. So comment below. Like, comment, share. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the routine. Thanks for watching the most unprofessional YouTube channel on YouTube. Because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just being myself. And I apologize for my mental disability. I should never have to apologize for that. That doesn't mean I'm stupid. I'm actually very smart. I just stutter a lot. I have trouble speaking. I'm glad I'm not a public speaker. Man, imagine me trying to speak publicly and having to get through this. My mind is going at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I think I got to make another video after this on the wealth gap. Well, that's a good one. But again, I want to thank you all for watching, and I appreciate it. I really do. We're up to 50 minutes. I really got to let you go. But thank you for watching. Bye-bye.